Wow, Facebook friends, it's Friday, it's noontime, and guess what? Can you see how I'm dressed? I don't usually dress up for an occasion like this, but how can I come to Ghela's Outfitters since 1911? 110 years, can you believe it? On the corner of Long Market Street, that's Langelibalela and Retief Street. And I'm blessed to be with Jay and Madan, and I'm going to go over to Jay. Jay, just tell us a little bit about your background and your experience.
Okay, this year Ghela Outfitters celebrates 110 years with more style, more brands and more value. Ghela Darren departed India in 1909 as a passenger Indian. Equipped with rich culture and spiritual heritage to weave the threads of a new tailoring future in South Africa. After working in Durban for 2 years, he opened Ghela Darren and Sons in Pietermaritzburg in 1911. We are proud of this legacy. Salute him for overcoming the challenges that he embarked on this success, on to create the foundation of succeeding generation manifestations this year in 110 years of establishment.
Wow, that's a long time.
Positive attitude towards hard work. He picked up a needle and thread and stitched together a family tailoring and outfitting future business that is now recognized throughout South Africa.
Wow. Jay, that is incredible. Just to think he came armed with the scissors and started a legacy. You know, I remember some time ago when we were doing some awards. Remember, Madame, and you were talking about, maybe before I get you to speak a little bit about, can you just tell me a little bit about how it was so difficult to even trade here? Where, you know, obviously because of the so-called white South Africa at the time.
Okay, it was. In fact, it was very challenging in those days because my granddad, when he bought his business, it was very much a residential area.
Right.
And to have a business in a residential area in those times was very daunting.
Right.
So, and also to make it more seriously daunting was that the Retief Street was a borderline between whites and non-whites.
Okay.
And during the early days of apartheid, when our shop windows and the front door was facing the white area, we were asked by the provincial government to change the windows to black so that the non-white doesn't look into the white area, and the door that was centralized at the corner was moved to the more Indian side.
Wow.
And that was the most challenging part of humanity.
Yes.
that sort of discredited a human being in this country.
Sure.
However, but ever since apartheid was dismantled,
Yeah.
we renovated and put everything back to normal.
Right.
But ironically, Greg, in those days, when we were under the apartheid rule, most of our customers at that time were whites.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Your customers were white,
Right.
yet the government was restricting your trading.
That's right.
Yeah,
True.
that's terrible. But Madam, let's go to you. Just tell us some of your experiences. Jay told us a bit of the background of, you know, how your great-grandfather had come, your grandfather had come from India. Your journey in this industry of tailoring and retailing wonderful outfits. Facebook friends, by the way, you can host a watch party and you can share the page. But if you look, you can see there's just so much going on in this beautiful shop here. You need to come soon. Jay?
Well, I'm very enthralled with my journey here in Ghela Outfitters, or Ghela Diamond Sons, because I started here in the shop in January 1973.
Yes.
Ever since then, it's been a wonderful, interesting, and learning curve for me.
Yes.
The important thing was, interacting with customers and learning psychology
Yes.
and how to make customers satisfied.
Yes.
And that's the hallmark of our business. Our parents have taught us that in everything that you do, the customer is always king.
Yes.
And whatever you do, you make sure that you leave the customer with an emotional experience. So when he leaves here, he goes, and that word of mouth that he does and he spreads is the best advertisement for your business.
Well, I've always felt like a king when I've come here.
Yes,
You can see how I'm looking today. Jay, tell us a little bit about this lost art of tailoring. It looks like it's going to be lost forever, or maybe there's still some other parts of the world where people still cut suits. But
There are,
yeah,
there
tell me
are,
about that.
There are, you could, you could go to Turkey, you could go to China where they can give you a suit in a day.
Yes.
But then there's different people doing different parts of the suit.
Right.
It's not somebody that
That's doing the whole
will
thing.
start from cutting it and finishing it,
Yes.
which is not tailoring, but it is tailoring kind of.
Yeah, more modernized.
modernized,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But since the 1970s onwards, tailoring has slowly escaped professionalism,
Yes, I see. I see.
and it's now a challenging trade.
Yeah, absolutely
And
it is.
to find people to do this trade is, I don't know, where are we going to find them?
Yeah, well, I'm actually worried about that because, you know, being a person who's into developing generations and passing on skills and passing on, experiences, that can be restricted if you don't find the candidates that you could train. Madame, tell us about what advice you would like to give young entrepreneurs. I know you're busy here and
Yeah,
I've
what we are
interrupted
doing over
you.
here is that retailoring an outfit for a customer.
Right.
And although there is challenges with regard to the tailoring trade,
Yeah.
We have re-strategized with regard to this. And when we realized that customers are moving more towards ready-to-wear garments,
Yes.
we strategized and equipped our store and changed it to accommodate the customer's needs. We've approached our suppliers to make suits in different sizes, where we get the portly shorts, the extra longs, the regular shorts,
That's
and the
excellent.
regulars.
That's
So
excellent.
we can accommodate any customer that comes into our store.
Yeah.
And with our tailoring skills of over 110 years,
Yes.
we can re-alter the garment to
Yes.
suit the customer's needs, either within the day or at a time to suit the customer's needs.
Wow. That is fantastic because some of us don't have the Coke bottle shape.
Yes.
Or we're not built like Mr. Universe. So
True.
arms are too short,
Yeah.
legs are too short.
Yeah.
So we have to come here to get all this
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
So, Madam, what about young entrepreneurs, people out there who want to get into business? Any advice for them? Because look, it has not been easy. Maybe first tell me a little bit about COVID. How has COVID affected you guys?
Well, COVID has affected most of all the businesses here in the country and
Yeah.
in the world, But like I said, we have re-strategized and we realized that in the lockdown period, customers have either lost weight or gained weight. And we have re-strategized the workshop so that we can re-alter virtually any garment to suit customers' needs.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. Well, some of us, you know what happens under lockdown, you eat a lot more.
Yes.
That's why this one is barely fitting, but if I hadn't come here, it wouldn't be fitting at all.
Sure.
Now, Jay, maybe you can also tell us just a little bit about just where do you see the whole business of tailoring going to, or this business on a whole? What are your dreams, both of you? Maybe let's start with you,
Challenge
Jay,
now.
and let's come.
There won't be a bespoke tailor around anymore, I think.
Yes.
One who can cut it, measure a customer, cut it accordingly, and put it together accordingly. It's a challenge, and I think today's youth, it's
They're
not
not
something
showing a
that
keen- they're not showing a keen interest.
they will be interested in. You
Yes.
know, today it's sitting behind the computer and typing away, and it's not using your hands.
Your hands like you used to, yeah. But I like what Madame says. The shop has adapted to accommodate both, those who would prefer the tailoring, but those who prefer their garments altered. So, Madame, just share where you see this whole thing going to. What's the future? What's your aspirations as Ghela Outfitters?
Well, I think the future is still great. We have longevity,
Yeah.
and as long as we concentrate on making sure that we satisfy customers' needs, give them that emotional experience
Yes.
that they can go backward,
Yeah.
and that can bring about extreme success and longevity in the business. Yeah. And you asked me earlier about giving advice to up and coming entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Like I said, our elderly parents taught us in the very early days that the customers always came,
Yes.
and it's always right. We had recently a customer who came all the way from Richmond early in the morning who was attending a meeting out here. And then suddenly he realized that the blazer that he was wearing didn't have a button on it,
Right.
and he with a smile, and that was the emotional experience he walked out with.
Fantastic.
3 months later, right, he came back with his family to buy 3 suits for a wedding that was going to happen at his family.
Wow, wow.
And
Can you
the,
see now?
that is the goodwill
Yeah.
which one should be building in business, is to put people before profits and
Yes.
to make sure that customer needs are satisfied.
Yeah.
That's the important issue in
Wow.
business. Yeah.
Man, you guys don't even need this interview. You're doing this interview more for me than for yourselves. You're so well known in Pietermaritzburg. And, you know, over many years I've shopped here, and it's you know, it's increasingly for me a one-stop shopping place. You know, and so I want to say thank you for the incredible way you've served us and you've served this community. And yeah, I don't know if you want to, any closing remarks from you, Jay, and then we'll end up with you, madam.
What did I say now? Well, as Madam was saying, the customer walked in, and I think Stephen will say this.
Yes, where's Stephen? Stephen, you come here for a minute, quickly, Stephen. And where's Linus? Linus, come here.
I did something for a customer,
Yeah.
Stephen, and I think a lady, isn't it, Stephen? And she came here, and I said
Come
to her,
and
no
sit.
charge. She came and gave Stephen the 20 rand for me.
Yes.
And I don't know who she is. I can't
Yeah.
remember who she was.
Wow, okay, that's great. Stephen, how long have you been working here at Ghela's?
I've been here about 14 years.
14 years.
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
And how have you grown in your skill set? What's been the growth path for you here?
Well, for me, to be very honest with you, this was a total new experience and a new adventure, because I come out from a banking industry, figure man, working
Yes,
with figures all
yes.
the time, and all of a sudden to adapt. But I'm thankful for the tuition that my bosses gave us,
Yes.
and we, over the years, we picked up and we developed ourselves. So today we like basically know how to pin a customer and to measure him up and all of those things.
Yes.
It's been a good experience.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I would also like to say that,
Let's come
you know,
closer.
although he said he came from a background
Yeah.
of figures,
Yeah.
he's still working with figures.
Linus says this guy is the guy who looks up to me when I come here. Afuna Kulumangan, Linus, what you want to say to the people out there?
Well, I'm very so happy to work in this business. For now, I've only got like 20 years old working in this business, but I enjoy to work. When I was coming in, I wasn't told I'm gonna work so long in this business. So I'm always happy with my customers, and I enjoy my job that I'm doing. So I'm also happy to my boss, because always when I don't understand anything, I was keep on asking him. So in these days now, I won't ask him. I can just do my job. I can do exactly how I can do it. Yeah.
Well, so thank you. Absolutely, I've seen how you've learned from Madan, and you've been able to serve me with distinction. So we just want to say goodbye to everybody. Facebook friends, thank you so much for tuning in. Please host a watch party, share the page, and continue to come shop here at Ghela's Outfitters on a corner of Long Market Street or Langeli Balela and T Street.
And if I can just say,
Yes.
if you need clothes that fit, consult a specialist with over 110 years experience.
Fantastic. Goodbye,
you. Thank you,
everybody.
Greg.
Say bye to everyone.
Goodbye.
Okay. Bye.